Okay, everyone. Uh, just want to say hello to everyone. Welcome to KOOL with Katalon Objective-Oriented Learning. I'm Ying from Katalon Customer Success Team, and I'm here with my colleagues and the technical expert. I'll be your host for today. We're excited to have each of you here so we can explore some of the insights into the best practices of using Katalon. First, let me introduce some of the team members here. Today we have Vaibhav Jain. He's one of our dedicated customer success manager, and we will also join by our two expert technical support specialists, Liam and Eve. Before we go into the topic, I'll just briefly recap. You probably have already seen them in the invitation email. Today we will talk about one of the most popular feature of Katalon Studio, recording playback, and also best practices in test maintenance and test organization. During the presentation, feel free to drop the question into the Q&A box. We will try to actively answering them. But if you have any more questions, we will try to address as many of them as we can during our interactive Q&A at the end of the section. So without any further ado, I will hand over to Vaibhav.
Okay, thank you, Lian, for giving the quick contents and the introduction part. Like most of the user are already using the Katalon record and playback feature, but some of the features which like they want to use in their day-to-day testing, but they will not able to do because they don't have the fully contents how to achieve such kind of features. So that we are going to talk about, and we are going to talk about the some of the best practice which like for the script maintenance or how effectively we can create the test suits kind of things within Canon itself. So that we are going to talk in today's session. So before I start with that, let's have some like quick knowledge check because most of the users are using Katalon very effectively. So I just want to check how much knowledge like each one will have related to Katalon. So this is our first knowledge check question. So as we all are using the Katalon recorder, so how many people knows that what programming language Katalon recorder use when it generate the scripts? So if you can answer your question in the chat box.
Okay, so we've received Java, comma, Groovy from Shashi. We've Leonard saying Groovy. Anyone else wants to answer?
The default language which Katalon recorder use, that is the Groovy language. Yes, Katalon supports both Groovy and Java, but the recorder by default use the Groovy language to develop create a script. So yes, Leonard, it's a correct. Groovy is the correct language which recorder use. So let's start with the today's session. So first we are going to talk about the Katalon recorder utility. So we are going to talk as we use the recorder for the creating our script. So sometimes we need to add some of these steps in the existing test case. So instead of that, what most of the user will do, they will start their scripting from the scratch. Why to do that? When we have the feature, we can use the existing test case to record the further steps. So I'll suggest user to try with that capability, not go with the again start the recording from the scratch. So whenever we'll do that, this is the some of the points I have noted down related to the topics how we can use the existing test case for the recording. I'm not going to repeat it again. What I'll do instead of that, I'll show in a Katalon recorder how we can do that. So this is Katalon recorder. Here I have a created simple test case where I am logging to the this sample application. But my expectation or my use case is not only with the login part. I want to do the further action, which I haven't recorded during the recording. And I want to go with the next step. So what I can do? So instead of recording from the scratch, what I'll do, I'll just start. I'll open the test case, the same test case on which I want to do that. And I'll start with the recording. So as soon as I'll do that, here I'll get an option. Either I can go with the start from the fresh session, or I can use the existing flow itself. So I'll go with the existing flow. So as soon as I have done that, it started the recorder, and here you can see this is my execution steps. Okay. So in that case, what I can do, either if I have any active session open, I can go from that active session, or I can start with the new session. So I'll start with the new session here. So it's launching a browser. It's navigating to the URL. Okay, so I don't want to record again the login step. So what I'll do, I'll pause the recording for some time. I'll navigate to those steps manually because I don't want to capture again this recording flow. Okay, once the recording is, once the login part is done, what I'll do, I'll start my recording again. I'll perform the action. So I need not to repeat the same step again. You can see the new step got captured. Yeah, there are some duplication of the like open browser, navigate to this. This we can remove from here itself. This we can remove. Now, if you see the flow, this flow is complete. After the login, I navigate to next page, I perform certain action. So this is the way we can use the existing test case to record our to complete our use case or the scenario in a single test case itself. So once I have achieved the recorded step which I want to add in my existing test case, what I'll do, I'll just stop the recording and I'll just try to save it. So what it will do, so whatever previous step we have recorded or used, it will show all those objects in a red color, where it will ask whether this is the existing objects which you have in your object repository. So do you have option, either you can merge those existing objects, create a duplicate one, or replace. As of now, we haven't performed any action on those particular objects. So what I'll do, I'll just do that, okay, merge with the existing one. I don't want to change that those existing objects. And I'll just click on OK. So what it will do, it will ask you, either you want to override those steps or you want to append this. So what I'll do, I'll just say that the override. So now you can see I have a single flow which is having all the steps required for my use case. This is the first feature which I was going to cover. The second one is I'm going to talk about, sorry guys. So second thing which I'm going to talk about, the Katalon Compact utility. What is Katalon Compact utility? So did you guys notice whenever we start with the Katalon recorder, it will launch the new instead of browser without any profile. There will be no profile or say that unpackaged extension. But as we work on the client server application or some secured applications, so sometimes those application is not directly accessible through the Katalon recorder because it's launching without any profile. So how to overcome those challenge? So for that, Katalon has come up with this Katalon Compact utility where you can use your existing profile of the browser to automate your any application scenario. So whenever we'll run the Katalon recorder, it will launch the recorder, launch the browser with that particular profile which we mentioned. As of now, this extension is available for the Chrome and Microsoft Edge. How to achieve this? To achieve this, there are some steps which we need to follow. First thing is that we need to download the extension. So the things I was talking, so we need to add the Chrome extension, which is a Katalon record Chrome extension, which you can easily download from the Chrome plugin side. Once we will enable the Chrome plugin in the Chrome browser, the next step we need to do, we need to add the desired capabilities for that particular browser. Either we are working on the Chrome or Edge, that we need to, based on the browser, we need to add. So as of now, I'm going to show for the Chrome browser. So you can see in Chrome browser, I have added this desired capabilities. So what all things I have added in this desired capabilities? So there are two things we need to add. So first we need to add the Chrome path where we need to add where the Chrome is placed based on the OS. Whether it's a Windows, so it will be inside the C drive user folder. If it's a Mac, it will be directly from the user folder where we have the application support. You can add the Chrome path. And second, which profile you want to use. We need to enter the profile. Sorry guys, sorry everyone. I don't know why it automatically disconnecting every time.
That's okay, Vaibhav. Can you repeat the last 5 minutes that you were presenting because we were not able to capture much?
So, like as I talked about how we can add the Chrome profile in the Katalon browser, Katalon Studio. So it will work with our existing profile. It will not go with a blank profile. So I have showed how we can add in the project setting desired capabilities, where we need to add the Chrome profile path, which profile we want to use it, and where the Chrome browser is placed based on the Mac or Windows. We have the different path. It's available in our document, which we are going to show after the session. And last thing we need to do in the Katalon preferences or setting, here we need to add for the recorder which Chrome profile it want to use. Where is that Chrome profile placed? This we can get from the Chrome version. That is in Chrome browser, we have the option to get this Chrome profile directly. So if you search in the Chrome browser with this Chrome, so here you will get this Chrome profile path, which we are going to place in that settings preferences. Once that is done, what we need to do, so if I'm going to use this profile, so either I want to use with the recorder or for the re-execution, say I want to use for the reuse execution, I'll just launch this. So it will launch the Chrome browser with that profile, with my profile. It will not launch without any profile. Okay, this is very helpful when we work on the secured application or application which is not easily accessible. So that is in that case it's required. Okay, so this is the second topic which we have planned for the today's session. So before going to the third topic, which is how we can create the dynamic test suites and what is dynamic test suites. So dynamic test suites is a features available in Katalon. So when you have automated scenario, you know there is one tedious job that we need to create the test suite where we need to add those cases manually. Why can't we automate that process? Yes, we have the features in Katalon. I don't know if many of you guys have tried that feature or not. We have the option to create the dynamic test suites where it will automatically pick the test cases based on the tag name, test case name, or say that the description. So all those things we can use in a query where it will automatically generate the test suites with such parameters and which we can directly run. It will save a lot of time. We need not to go and manually select the test case which we want to add in a test suite, particular test suite. It will automatically do that. So as I already mentioned, we have the option to create the test suite based on the ID, name, text, or description, comments. So those all query parameters is available. So I'll show how we can do that and where this option is available in Katalon. So in Katalon Studio, while creating a test case, one thing we need to remember, whatever description or name we are giving. So I am opening this existing test case. So here you can see we have options like either we can go with the ID name, we can go with the name, description, or tag name. We can use all these features to create a test suites dynamically. How we can use that? Say that I have given the test, my test case a tag name as a regression because I want to use this test case as a regression execution. Once I do that, what I'll do, I'll go to test suites. Here I'll go with the dynamics test suite creation. Okay, how it will work? So I'll just give the name, say that this is my regression test suite. Okay, once that is done, here you will see that you need to search how you want to do. You can directly use the test cell also here to create your dynamic test suite, but I am going for the built-in search features. Here, there are two options, either preview it and query builder. So I'll go with the query builder. And here you can see all these different options are available. So I'll go with the tag name as a regression. So in my case folder, whatever test case is with the tag name regression, it will automatically search and add it into your test suites. It's amazing now. No need to go and manually search the test cases for your test suites. Give the tag name correctly or whatever tag name you want to give. It will automatically fetch all the test cases, which you can just save and start executing from here itself. Okay, so this is the way we can create the test suite dynamically. No need to add the test case manually. So guys, any question, any doubt related to dynamic test suites or anything you want to ask, please let me know.
I think there's a question from Shashi. He asks, can we build if-then condition in dynamic test suites?
Yes, Sashi, we can do that. So here, instead of passing the one parameter, we can pass the like multiple different query build parameters. So here you can give the name as if I go with the say that my test case name is a web. So you can give. Okay, you can give the multiple parameters also, Sashi.
Yes, so I think Shashi has given his use case, Weber. So I think he's talking more from the execution perspective. Like if certain test cases are executed, then we must go ahead and execute the other conditional test cases. So I think this is
So
less from the point of view of a test suite creation, but I think it is more from the point of view of execution. So I think
yes.
this should be doable. So can you talk a little bit about this one?
So yeah, Sashi, that we can achieve. Like if you want to, if it will pass, say that the login script is passed, it should go with the like say that the for our sample applications, then it should go with the appointment creation. So yes, we can achieve such kind of use cases where we can define which one want to go next if it's getting executed through. So that we can define in the like if you can see this is our test suite script view. So here we can define that conditions, like how we want to achieve the execution to go. So here you can see the comments are mentioned. Please change the script to be false to activate this one. So kind of we can automate, define our flow, how we want to achieve the particular execution to be proceed further based on the previous test case execution or the script executions. Hope, Shashi, I am cover your queries. If not, we can connect separately and I will try to resolve your queries. How can Katalon access AUT that are limited by the firewall or only accessible within the client network? So for such kind of scenario, we have the option where we can whitelist the IP address or for that client network where the Katalon is not directly accessible. So we can do that through the whitelisting the IP address or allowing the Katalon network in the client server. I'll go with the last topic for the today. So how we can manage the script from the Git repo? What all the best practice teams should consider when they want to use any of the repo to manage their scripts? Okay, so there are some couple of points I have noted down, or I have from the experience from the different tester I have noted down. So which I'm going to share with the today's session. The first one is the organize your repository. So what you need to do, you need to create your folder structure, how you want the team to store the all the Catalan scripts, test suites, or the custom keywords which they have created. So folder structure, and your team lead or one of the person who can take the responsibility, they can create the folder structure and they can ask team to follow that folder structure. So it should not be like the somebody has pushed revert my changes to the old one or something like that. So we need to follow one uh, defined folder structure. use the dot git ignore. So you should always use the dot git ignore, where you can define what all unnecessary file you can ignore, like the log files, temporary files, result file. It's not always required to push all those changes to the git repo. Again, it will become your repository lengthy, and like it will take more time to load. Avoid such things. Commit regularly. So it's always best practice to commit your Katalon script changes regularly. So because if you commit like large number of script in a one shot, it will take more time, and sometime it will hang your system also, or that Git server also. So always commit small changes, so it will not take much time to get reflected in your repo also. Okay. Fourth one is use meaningful commit message. So always you should give the message in such a way that if new user is accessing your repository, they should understand what the latest changes you have uploaded and what functionality you have uploaded there also. Okay, branching strategy, as I mentioned, that always create your repo in such a way that you have the folder structure in proper way. So it should have the proper branching, say that the master branching, and each user can create their own branching. So they will not directly commit any changes to the master branch. So the working code should not get reflect or good should get changes or get like impacted with the any error or something. So always you should follow the best practice in such a way that where team can commit the changes to their own branch. Somebody from the team can review those changes, whether there is no error message or something, scripts are working fine. Once that is approved, they can commit the final changes to the master branch. So master branch should have all the errorless scripts, which anybody from the team can take it the reference and start working on the new script development. Last one is the documentation. You should keep the document, what is the login URL, what is the username, password, what all data they can use. So all those documentation also we can use or keep in that repo. So if anybody we are sharing that repo, they can have all the test data information also with them. So they should not struggle, or they should not reach out to the people every time what data I should use, what this thing I should do. So they can follow the documentation and they can use like scripts very effectively. So this is the some of the best practice which I have noted down based on the my experience and the talking to the different testers, how they're using the Git repo effectively for the managing the scripts. And in the Katalon Studio, we have the direct option available. So where you can use all this Git features directly. You can see we have the all these options available. So if like team you want to use the Git repository effectively, you can directly connect your repo to the Katalon Studio and you can commit your changes or push your code to the repo. So this is some of the best practice which a team can follow to use the script maintenance. So these are the some of the supports and resource available on the Katalon side. Team, maybe you are using it, but I just want to let everyone knows we have the support portal available, where if you are facing any technical challenge, you can log in your tickets, where our support team will always there to help you out and resolve your technical challenges. How you can access the support portal? You can follow the documentation which we are going to send after this sessions. You can see all your cases, what's the status, what is the priority, and the time it got open and it got resolved. This is our onboarding hub, where you can, if you are facing any issue related to your onboarding after the license procurement, you can go to here. And if you have any challenges with the Katalon learning, you can always visit our Katalon Academy site.
So that's it from our end. I hope these office hours were helpful. Rest assured, the support route, like Weber presented, is always available to you. You can also reach out to success@katalon.com. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. And next time it will be better. So you will not see any network issues. So don't like allow us like more sessions and give us the topics. We'll try to cover and we'll try to help you out with the things. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.